In the glamorous world of Hollywood, where beauty and perfection are indispensable, there is a little-known fact. Famous stars, while always shining on the red carpet, are facing obsessions with aging and their appearance. Behind the bright smiles and youthful faces, many are embarking on a quest for perfection with cosmetic procedures that can change their lives forever. But what happens when maintaining a perfect appearance becomes a fierce battle? When unsuccessful surgeries leave them not only losing their natural beauty, but also facing regret and emotional and career losses. This is the untold story of stars who pursued perfection and paid a higher price than they ever imagined. Lisa Rinna's plastic surgery journey is a story of drama and contradiction, like a Hollywood drama with unpredictable twists and turns. Once a beautiful star on Days of Our Lives and a standout on Melrose Place, Rinna was loved for her natural beauty and charm. However, her decision to get permanent silicone lip fillers in her early 20s marked a turning point in her career and life. Her trademark full lips became a symbol of beauty, but it was also a double-edged sword. Over time, the fillers hardened, leaving her lips uneven and difficult to repair. It took her 25 years to get them repaired, but the damage was irreversible. However, that was not the end of her surgical journey. Lisa Rinna continued to experiment with Botox and breast implants, decisions that made her even more unrecognizable to fans in 2024. For some, her image was too extreme and far from the natural beauty she once possessed. However, Rinna did not hesitate to admit that some procedures did not bring the desired results, and some fillers even dissolved over time. She does not regret her decisions, even though they made her a strange story in the eyes of many. Despite criticism, Rinna still firmly defended her choices and said that these changes have become part of her beauty brand. However, the question remains, behind that bold appearance, does she really feel at peace when she looks in the mirror, or does the shadow of regret still haunt her? She accepted her flaws and made them a part of herself, but whether those decisions really brought her happiness or not is still a difficult question to answer. Joan Van Arc is an American actress, best known for her role as Valene Ewing on the classic television series Dallas, 1978 to 1991. During her many years in the role, she portrayed a strong, experienced character, leaving a deep impression on the audience with her sophisticated acting and outstanding personality. Her radiant beauty and attractive demeanor helped her become a familiar face on the small screen, loved by fans for a long time. However, in the 1990s, Joan began her journey to retain her youth, an effort that caused her to be embroiled in many controversies. Although her first nose surgery in 1991 was considered delicate, subsequent procedures such as eyelid lifts, facelifts, Botox, and chemical peels raised many criticisms. Especially in the 2000s, the obvious change in her appearance made the public surprised and regretful of the naturally elegant image that was once associated with her name. The 40th anniversary of Knots Landing became the center of attention when her beauty was considered strange, raising questions about the pressure of beauty in the entertainment industry. Although Joan has never spoken publicly about her cosmetic decisions, her current image is still divisive. Some sympathize, others regret. However, by 2024, Joan Van Arc is still a name remembered in the hearts of audiences, not only because of her once stunning beauty, but also because of her talent and the deep mark she left in television history. Linda Evangelista, a timeless 1990s fashion icon who dominated the catwalk and appeared on over 700 magazine covers, has suffered an unexpected and devastating turn. Once the face of Chanel, Versace, and the definition of perfect beauty, Her life took a painful turn after undergoing a cold cell liposuction procedure in 2015 to 2016. Instead of removing excess fat as expected, she developed paradoxical lipohyperplasia, a rare side effect that caused her face, chin, thighs, and breasts to swell abnormally and become hard as rocks, disfiguring her entire appearance. Attempts at corrective surgery failed to restore her once iconic appearance, and the physical and emotional pain continued to follow her. A glittering career was left behind when Linda went into seclusion in 2021, carrying scars not only on her body, but also on her soul. That same year, she decided to file a lawsuit against the company behind Cool Sculpting technology to seek justice for herself. However, instead of hiding her misfortune, Linda bravely shared her story, sparking a global conversation about the potential risks of modern beauty methods. By 2024, although no longer a muse on the catwalk, Linda Evangelista continues to be a powerful inspiration in the modeling community, not only because of her glorious past, but also because of her resilience to overcome adversity, becoming a new symbol of courage and inner strength. In the late 1990s, Italy was captivated by a dazzling beauty. Mela Romanini, a glamorous upper-class woman often referred to as the Paris Hilton of Italy. She was famous not only for her natural beauty, but also for her lavish, fashionable lifestyle, always present at the most prestigious events. In the town where she lived, Mela was once the ideal model. All eyes followed her every step. But the desire to maintain that perfection gradually became an obsession, crossing the boundary of sanity. From the first Botox injections to maintain smooth skin, to the consecutive injections of fillers into her lips and face, her natural beauty gradually disappeared. Her once beautiful lips were swollen and deformed. Her delicate features became stiff and artificial. The beauty that captivated so many people was now just the remnants of a frivolous dream. People began calling her the second Donatella, not in admiration, but in warning. Instead of being young and charming, Mela looked old, cold, and strange. Every time she looked in the mirror, she no longer recognized the woman who once had clear eyes and a warm smile. She clung to old photos where time had not yet left its heavy traces. Today, on social media, Mela quietly shares her journey as a sad confession. Although she still cherishes new surgeries in the hope of regaining what she has lost, she herself is not sure. Will she ever truly feel enough and forgive herself? Mela Romanini's story is not only a personal tragedy, it is also a painful warning about the dark side of the obsession with artificial beauty, and the fragile line between caring for yourself and losing yourself. Katie Price, also known as Jordan, has long been synonymous with the world of cosmetic surgery, a symbol of constant transformation. A former model and reality TV star, she has openly shared her cosmetic journey as part of her public identity, from breast augmentation, Botox, fillers, to countless other cosmetic procedures. However, not all the attention she has received has been positive. One of the biggest incidents came in 2017, when fillers and Botox injections backfired, disfiguring her face, causing her to feel embarrassed and prompting her to speak out about the dark side of cosmetic abuse. Despite repeatedly expressing remorse, Katie continued to undergo cosmetic procedures, further distancing her appearance from her natural beauty. Her repeated breast surgeries also caused serious complications, forcing many doctors to refuse to continue treatment out of concern for her health. However, from her own journey of ups and downs, Katie has spoken out to call on those who intend to beautify themselves to seek reputable medical professionals and think carefully before making a decision. Her story is a true lesson that beauty, when bought at too high a price, can become a burden, not a gift. Latoya Jackson, the younger sister of the legendary Michael and Janet Jackson, was once an integral part of the famous Jackson family. Although she did not reach the heights of her siblings, Latoya blazed her own trail as a singer, songwriter, and television personality, making her mark with songs like Heart Don't Lie and Sexual Feeling, as well as memorable appearances on reality TV, most notably Celebrity Apprentice. However, in addition to her artistic career, Latoya has also been the center of attention for her controversial cosmetic journey, a journey that began in the late 1980s with a nose job said to be inspired by Michael Jackson's own transformation. From an initial tweak, a wave of surgeries followed: facelifts, cheek implants, chin implants, eyelid surgery, making Latoya's face gradually become sharp to the point of being rigid, sometimes strange. Her once soft nose has narrowed disproportionately, and her lips have become thick, creating a smile that many people associate with the Joker character. These changes have shocked fans, and many have compared her journey to Michael's extreme dream, a dream that carries the heavy pressure of fame and the desire to reshape herself. Although Latoya has never publicly confirmed the full extent of her cosmetic surgery, her obvious transformation has become a wake-up call. The gentle, soft features that once made Latoya's mark seem to have been replaced by an unfamiliar appearance, and that has not only changed her appearance, but also made her the target of constant public scrutiny. Donatella Versace, the woman who was once praised for her elegant beauty and extraordinary creativity, is not only the heir to Gianni Versace's fashion legacy, but also a powerful symbol in the global fashion industry. After the tragic death of her brother in 1997, Donatella took over the Versace empire, steering the brand through the crisis and continuing to shine on the big catwalks. However, parallel to her professional success, her journey to change her appearance has caused much controversy. Starting in the 2000s with a delicate nose surgery, Donatella's series of cosmetic procedures quickly continued: facelift, eyelid surgery, Botox injections, fillers, gradually changing her appearance. Her smooth skin gradually became rough due to abuse. Her lips became unusually full, her cheekbones were sharply shaped, and her gaze, once soft, was now larger, deeper, but also colder. Critics were quick to point out that Donatella's face was increasingly unnatural, leading the public to compare it to the aesthetic pressures that had once weighed on her late brother. Although her dramatic change in appearance became the subject of countless articles and public discussions, Donatella never denied or shied away. She still appeared with confidence and courage, continuing to wear bold designs that were deeply personal. An affirmation that despite all the gossip, she was still a living icon of fashion, where power lay not in perfect beauty, but in daring to be yourself, in your own way. Caitlyn Jenner, formerly Bruce Jenner, was an icon of American athletic prowess, winning a gold medal at the 1976 Olympics before becoming a familiar face on television on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. But the defining moment in Caitlyn's life came not from sporting glory or the limelight, but from her bold and statement-making appearance on the cover of Vanity Fair in 2015, marking her public transition and becoming a historic symbol for the LGBTQ+ community. In her journey to affirm her gender identity, Caitlyn underwent a series of cosmetic surgeries to feminize her face. From a 10-hour surgery that included a brow lift, jawline reshaping, rhinoplasty, cheekbone surgery, and hair transplants, to body-conserving procedures like Botox, fillers, and facial reconstruction. Although her new look has received mixed reviews, especially for the tightness of her skin, especially on her forehead and around her eyes, Caitlyn has never shied away from the truth. On the contrary, she has been honest about every step of her transformation journey, seeing it as an integral part of her outer appearance reflecting her inner self. Despite the controversy surrounding her choices, Caitlyn Jenner has walked confidently. For her, plastic surgery is not a frivolous indulgence, but a means of expressing her truth. She has never regretted what she has gone through, because it has brought her closer to her true self. Today, Caitlyn is not only a prominent media figure, but also a symbol of courage, self-acceptance, and freedom of expression. A beacon for those seeking to find their true voice and identity. Lil Kim, a pioneering female rapper in the world of hip-hop, is not only famous for her musical talent and bold style, but also for her controversial journey of changing her appearance. Over the years, she has undergone a series of cosmetic procedures, from multiple nose surgeries, breast augmentation to filler injections, all in an attempt to adapt to the strict beauty standards that society, especially the entertainment industry, constantly imposes. But instead of achieving the recognition she once craved, the surgeries have left Lil Kim's face unrecognizably changed. Her nose is disproportionately small, her features are swollen, far from the natural beauty that once made her an icon of her time. The transformation quickly became a hot topic in the media and social networks, with a wave of fans unable to hide their disappointment, constantly asking, what could make a woman with personality like Kim make such a trade-off? The answer is partly revealed when she herself admitted to having felt deeply insecure about her appearance, an insecurity that was nurtured by unrealistic and pressured beauty ideals that the mass media constantly painted. Many believe that Lil Kim may have faced body dysmorphic disorder, a silent but fierce battle that not everyone sees. However, Lil Kim has never shown any regrets. On the contrary, she continues to stand firm, confidently expressing her unique self in music and fashion despite criticism. As one of the first people in the hip-hop industry to use her appearance as an integral part of her artistic identity, Lil Kim has paved the way for later artists to dare to be true to their own personalities and aesthetic tastes. Her cosmetic journey, controversial yet deeply personal, is not just a story of physical transformation, but a reminder of the cost of chasing perfection and the power of constantly asserting your self-worth in a world that wants to define you in its own way. Melanie Griffith was once the epitome of Hollywood beauty and glamour, the perfect model that the entertainment industry praised. With a brilliant career, she captured the hearts of fans and became a shining star in American cinema. However, her story became a tragic example of the price of pursuing eternal youth and perfection through plastic surgery, leading to consequences that not everyone could have foreseen. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, the pressure from Hollywood's strict beauty standards pushed Melanie Griffith to undergo a series of cosmetic procedures. Botox injections, lip fillers, and facelifts helped her temporarily achieve the youthful look she desired. However, over time, these interventions not only failed to help her maintain her desired beauty, but also changed her appearance too much. Her lips became unnaturally full, her skin tightened to the point where her face lost its natural expression, and her features seemed stiff and lifeless. In 2017, Melanie admitted that she did not realize how much she had changed until others pointed out the obvious differences in her appearance. Despite efforts to correct the damage caused by the surgery, The changes were too profound and irreversible. Her once iconic beauty was replaced by a fake appearance that no longer retained the natural, authentic look of her past. Melanie Griffith's story is a cautionary tale about the obsession with youth and perfection in the entertainment industry, where the pursuit of beauty ideals can cause a person to lose sight of what made them stand out in the first place. Her journey is also a reminder of the cost of too much change and how accepting yourself, even with your flaws, is what matters most. Bridget Neland, a Danish actress known for her roles in Red Sonja and Rocky, was once the epitome of natural beauty and glamour. However, as she entered her 40s, the pressure to maintain a perpetually youthful appearance in the entertainment industry led her to undergo a series of cosmetic surgeries that left her unrecognizable. At 44, Bridget appeared on a reality TV show documenting her dramatic transformation through cosmetic procedures such as facelifts, eyelid surgery, Botox, lip fillers, and liposuction. The facelift stretched her skin too much, creating an unnatural, almost mask-like appearance. The eyelid surgery made her eyes, which are often her most attractive features, narrow and expressionless. These changes not only took away from Bridget's natural beauty, but also made her feel alienated from herself. Although at 61, Bridget claims to be happy with her current appearance, there is no denying that the surgeries have taken away her natural charm, replacing it with an unnatural appearance that no longer resembles herself. However, Bridget has never been shy about sharing her decisions and admits that plastic surgery is an important part of maintaining the look she desires. She has also continued to maintain her presence in the entertainment and television industry, not only because of her talent, but also because of her unique image, as plastic surgery has become a part of her beauty journey and career. Bridget Neland's story is a warning about the unintended consequences of pursuing perfection through plastic surgery. Instead of maintaining the natural beauty she once exuded, these procedures caused her to lose her original charm and transformed her face to the point where she was unrecognizable to herself. Goldie Hawn, an actress known for her vibrant charm and iconic roles in First Wives Club and Overboard, was once the epitome of natural and charismatic. However, in recent years, she has been the subject of much speculation about her appearance, especially after her appearance at the 2014 Academy Awards. The dramatic changes to her face have led many to believe that she has undergone treatments such as Botox and dermal fillers, which have left her face looking swollen and unbalanced. In 2017, Goldie Hawn's face became distorted and unnatural, possibly the result of an extensive facelift, especially in the jawline and cheekbone areas. The most noticeable changes were to her eyes and nose. Plastic surgeons believe she may have had eyelid surgery, which has left her with a surprised look on her face, while her once wide nose has become narrower, a stark contrast to her natural appearance. Although she has retained her sense of humor and outgoing attitude in the entertainment industry, Goldie Hawn's efforts to maintain her youthful appearance have not been as successful as expected. Her smile has become stiff, and her facial expressions have become less flexible, making her less the woman Hollywood once admired. Despite sharing her views on aging, encouraging women to be confident and comfortable with the changes their bodies undergo over time, Goldie Hawn's story is a cautionary tale. Her quest for eternal youth through plastic surgery has cost her the natural beauty that made her who she is, and has become a prime example for those considering cosmetic procedures. Legendary country music icon Dolly Parton has been known not only for her hit songs and unforgettable lifestyle, but also for her public use of plastic surgery throughout her career. Beginning in the 1980s, Dolly underwent various surgeries to maintain her youthful appearance, including rhinoplasty, brow lifts, and eyelid surgery. These changes, while improving her appearance, gradually distorted her natural expression. Over time, Dolly continued to undergo surgeries such as chin implants, facelifts, and Botox injections, which made her face look more and more artificial. By the age of 60, she had undergone a facelift, which made her look almost plastic. Despite the complications of swelling and bruising from her cosmetic procedures, Dolly has never been shy about discussing her experiences. She admits to some regrets about the results, but insists that the procedures are a way for her to take care of herself and maintain her public image. Dolly Parton is known for her humor and openness when it comes to cosmetic surgery, often sharing witty comments such as, "I don't mind surgery as long as I can do it and feel good about myself." She is also a strong advocate for women's rights to do whatever makes them feel confident and happy in their own skin. Despite her many cosmetic procedures, Dolly Parton has maintained a highly successful music career and is a role model for strength, confidence, and self-acceptance in the entertainment industry. Janice Dickinson was once hailed as the first supermodel to gain fame. For her groundbreaking career and natural beauty, however, her plastic surgery journey began in her 30s and quickly escalated into a series of procedures that transformed her. Her transformation began with a breast augmentation, which led to multiple facelifts, liposuction, Botox treatments, and cheek implants, all of which left her face stiff and unnatural, losing the warmth and expressiveness she was once known for. Despite facing backlash for her changing appearance, Dick's son has no regrets even after appearing on Botched. Surgery shows to correct a botched breast augmentation. The excessive surgeries not only affected her appearance, but also led to significant financial hardships. In 2013, Dickinson filed for bankruptcy due to the rising costs of plastic surgery, marking a challenging chapter in her life and career. Despite the criticism, she has defended her choices and remains a controversial figure who serves as a reminder of the complicated relationship between beauty fame and self-image in the world of celebrity. Kenny Rogers, the country music legend with a deep voice and timeless hits like The Gambler and Islands in the Stream, was once admired not only for his musical talent, but also for his rugged, masculine appearance. However, in the late 1990s, under the pressure of age and the constant spotlight, he decided to seek plastic surgery as a way to maintain his youthful image in the eyes of the public. The most noticeable procedures were facelifts and eyelid lifts, which left his face often in a tense state with unnaturally raised eyebrows. This obvious change quickly caused a wave of mixed reactions from fans. Those who once loved his rustic, genuine appearance now found it difficult to recognize their idol. Kenny Rogers later frankly admitted that he was not satisfied with the results, even feeling that he had lost some of the masculinity that had been characteristic of his image. Yet this does not overshadow his special place in the hearts of the public. A talented, sincere, and emotional artist. Until his death in 2020, Kenny Rogers was loved not only for his music, but also for the honesty with which he viewed aging and fame. His journey became a poignant reminder of the complexities of dealing with aging in the spotlight and the regrets that can arise when trying to hold on to youth at all costs. He once emphasized the importance of choosing a reputable and experienced plastic surgeon, a piece of advice that is not only personal, but also a valuable lesson for those considering going under the knife. Mickey Rourke, once a Hollywood icon with powerful roles and a chiseled face in the 1980s, has undergone one of the most controversial cosmetic transformations in showbiz. After turning to boxing in the 1990s, Rourke suffered serious facial injuries that forced him to undergo a series of reconstructive surgeries, including 5 nose jobs and multiple procedures on his cheekbones. However, the results were not as expected. His once sharp features gradually became puffy, round, and disproportionate. The abuse of Botox and fillers further made his face look unnatural, with his forehead and lips looking artificially shiny. Not shying away from the truth, Roark has been open about his cosmetic failures, even admitting to choosing the wrong doctor for some procedures that led to unfortunate consequences. Still, he continues to plan for more surgeries, a sign that his internal battle over his image is far from over. Mickey Rourke's journey is a mirror of the harsh pressures of the entertainment industry, where looks often seem to be equated with talent. What's remarkable, however, is that despite his completely transformed appearance, Rourke's acting talent has not faded. His iconic role in The Wrestler has not only earned him numerous prestigious awards, but also proved that behind a face that has changed so much, there is an artist's heart that never stops burning. Mickey Rourke remains a clear example that the essence of art is not in appearance, but in the authenticity and emotional depth that an artist brings to his role. Amanda Leapor is the living embodiment of an era where beauty, identity, and personal freedom collide. From the underground catwalks of New York to high-profile fashion campaigns, Amanda has established herself not only as a standout model, but also as a bold and unconventional cultural icon. Beginning her transition journey as a teenager, she has not hesitated to use plastic surgery as a tool to create her ideal version of herself, the perfect woman she envisions. Not stopping at nose jobs or breast implants, Amanda has also embarked on complex cosmetic procedures such as radical liposuction, buttock augmentation, and possibly rib removal surgery, all to achieve the look of a living doll. For her, body modification is not simply about beauty, but also an act of affirmation, asserting ownership of her body, asserting gender identity, and asserting a self that is not bound by any standards. That journey, while controversial, has become a powerful inspiration for the LGBTQ+ community. Amanda doesn't hide or justify. She shares her experiences openly and confidently, inspiring those who are looking for the courage to be themselves. While some have called her a product of extreme perfectionism, there's no denying that Amanda Leapor has become an irreplaceable icon of her time, a testament to limitless beauty, courage, and the freedom to define oneself. Fame comes with a lot of glamour, but sometimes it comes at a price. The stories of plastic surgery stars are just the tip of the iceberg of a complicated world where the truth is hidden behind perfect smiles and bright spotlights. But the story doesn't end there. In the next video, we take you deeper into the dark side of Hollywood, where secrets are buried, relationships are fraught, tragic falls, and truths that can shock even the most loyal fans. Dead icons, forgotten stigmas, and dark truths that were never meant to be told. All will be revealed. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on the journey to uncover the chilling truth behind the Hollywood dream. Because in a place where everything is staged, the scariest things are the things you don't see.